Hey guys, it's Tuesday morning, October 6th, according to my calculations. And this is it. I've got my travel companions in the back. This is Douglas Truth. I'm in my car, and we had some major malfunctions with the equipment here, so I actually wasn't taping. Big crowded, actually. I feel. All right. Okay, folks, this is it. Hey, we'll see what happens. You know, it's an ambitious plan because I am not a brave person. I am a real scaredy cat. Rest stop, Iowa somewhere. I'm heading south because of the winter is coming on. I just wanted to show you, I don't know, I just can't wait to get to the end or something. Found some nice new chords. This is it. Not the final hit, but we're gonna get some work done here. I'm way behind on the postcards. I got some here that are nearly done. I got about 8 ready to go in the thing, and here's some totally. And I'll tell you right now that the working title for this show was, because that's what it was supposed to be, right? Show. Was strictly tactical. You know, you have to use those words, like those NFL words. Strictly tactical. Road Trip 2020. That's this one right now. But I don't know if it's been strictly tactical or not. I'm not really sure what that means. I think I need, as a probable ADHD kind of person, tactics. I probably need to think more about strategy, long-term goals, stuff like that. I got all these postcards that I did sketches of today. Just look, I'm not sure which way is upside down on these yet. Sometimes you start to color them in and look abstract. Nobody's ever seen anything like this before. That was Ken Burns' voice. Nobody had ever seen anything like it before. What's called the strictly tactical. I've actually done some self-portraits. I'm not ready to do portraits of other people yet. So here's a little desert house. We're gonna paint that. We're gonna paint that later, kids. And so here's is this art? That question is still unanswered. I hope you guys flood the inbox with answers to that question. So I'm in Tucson. First leg of first leg of the voyage revealed to me that, like many others, I am not well, I'm subject to the ravages of time. So I had this idea of camping out and stuff, which I did a couple of times in the howling winds of Kansas and Colorado. But I'm telling you, unless I had to do it, if I had to do it, I could. Absolutely. But I don't have to, and I'm still recovering. Okay, so I got this Band-Aid on my thumb, right? And because I play the guitar with just the edge of my thumb, and it gets worn out, and it gets, kind of split up. And a few days ago, I was looking at my thumb, and it's hurting, and I'm thinking, I gotta get some Band-Aids, and I just felt so sorry for my thumb. Like it was like its own little thing. It's like a little child whose care I was responsible for, and I had failed it miserably. I mean, the poor thing. I mean, it needs my attention, my care. I'm the one that has to take care of it, and I hadn't. It was just there, kind of dirty and broken up, and it's like it needed a Band-Aid to heal. But I'd always been too busy. I didn't want to go into the drugstore. If I did go in the drugstore, I forgot, and so I just kind of ignored it. See, this some rocks with two ravens on it, in case you don't know your birds, well enough to recognize them. These are ravens. Good morning, everybody. Douglas Truth here. On the road again. I'm in a cheap hotel room, and this is not the first time I've realized this. These are kind of my home away from home. I really feel at home in a cheap hotel room. Got a microwave, refrigerator, maybe. You got like 9 pillows per bed. Why they do that, I don't know. And so one of my things is that what we most hunger for, and this is not so much up here, down here. It's acknowledgement. Not even recognition. That's somehow not the same thing. But acknowledgement. I'm a soul. I'm a living being. And you look at somebody and you don't need to say a thing. Preferably not. The smaller the deal is made of it, the better. And a word, a joke, a comment, or not. And you acknowledge somebody's being, their presence here, right now. And it's the most important thing there is in life, basically. I mean, we need food and shelter for sure. But food and shelter without a soul that's not beaten down and malnourished, well, that's, yeah. So I've been painting postcards as fast as I can, which I'm going to have to admit to you is not very fast. Yeah, I could just sit and listen to the train go by, right? But here's a picture of Lake Michigan with clouds and birds. And so I got to do some painting. I did this thing on Facebook, and now I got about 50 postcards to do. And I hope to, in that process, I hope to learn how to paint with the watercolors, and not as if I'm painting with acrylics, which is what I kind of do now. Because I'm just so used to that kind of paint. But this is, first of all, I'm painting on a white surface, not a black surface. And yeah, so when I paint on black, I build it up with white, or I use very opaque colors. So this is painting on white and using transparent colors in the main. It's different, you know, but I have a habit, so what is life? Postcards are going out. I got about 15 or so going out today if I can find a post office box. I'm in Williams, Arizona. I just drive to the old part of town. I'll find a post office box there. You wonder whether it goes anywhere, you know. Less likely than the orange, I think. One's dark teal sky, too. Oh, yeah. Who knows? That's all vibrations, you know. I have a lot of. I don't have Marshall McLuhan here with me, but Werner Heisenberg is just right over there. And I want to shout out to Maxim McCon for encouraging me to make videos, because it's my favorite thing to do. Really, it really is. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, see, accident at work again. It's like the moon now in a dark sky, desert sky, but it's like bright around the moon, not through any effort of my own. No, because it wouldn't have worked that way. Look, see, we're making progress. 2 postcards in progress. You know, I think I'm getting what I asked for. Because ever since I was a kid, I've seen myself as a monk, you know. And I tried a monastery or two. You know, I use the word extremely loosely. A place where somebody with those interests feels at home, at least temporarily. So, like a rabid AM radio preacher, in the last 20 years I've been fairly passionate about doing whatever it was I did, and always as a you know, I mean, the confessional part is like I can't deny that I feel like kind of a preacher. You know, I really try to hold it in check. I really do. So, I've got the ant story. The ant story is on the very, very, very back burner. It's over the pilot light. You know, if you're old enough to remember what that was, what you would do with the pilot light. Yeah. I think that's where it is. The ant. I see the ant conducting the survivors in a huge, very luxurious life raft from one of those gigantic ocean-going cities. And there's about 30 people in there, all kinds of people, you know, dead people, living people, cartoon characters. 3 animal storytelling groups. So a trio, I was going to say, but 3 animals is a trio, especially it's like a pig, a dog, and a turkey. And they are dysfunctional, but functional, functionally dysfunctional. dysfunctionally functional trio of storytellers and meet up with the ant. That's a longer story, which I really hope to tell someday, and it feels like it's waiting to emerge. But anyway, they're on this life raft, and they're a boat, big fancy boat, and everybody's very depressed about the end of the world. And they seem, maybe they're the only survivors, and the waters are rough, and the weather is terrible. And what's going to become of us? And people are starting to bicker or get depressed and cry and stuff. So the ant, being the happy warrior that the ant really is. The ant's a philosopher, but that was really just one of Ant's interests. But she is a natural leader, and she has a joy of living unmatched in my experience. And so Ant gets up on the front bow of the boat, and she demands the party's attention. And she starts to sing that song from Paths of Glory, the World War I movie. And in this instance, for some reason, it's just hilarious. And so everybody on the boat is laughing or crying or singing along with the ant. And I think it's just a beautiful scene. So I'm going to leave you with that.